Hey guys, and welcome back to Shovel Knight. It's time to explore the Lost City and take down the evil Excavator himself, Mole Knight.
Oh, more things I can't talk about because of Plague of Shadows. No, I don't. Just making a joke there.
How did you find this stage, mate?
I didn't think it was that bad, really. There are some parts, more later on in the middle of the stage I had trouble with, but by this point I was fairly experienced with the game, and Mole Knight shouldn't give you too much trouble as long as you keep your wits about you.
There's certainly a couple of gimmicks that will catch newbies off guard, but when I had gone through the stage multiple times, obviously since I do retakes aplenty, I actually found it really fun, and the music, it's sublime. It's good.
It's good, I like it. But yeah, the music is really good, in this level. Probably one of the better ones in the game, I think.
Well, we're talking stage-wise here.
Yeah, stage-wise.
Okay. It's level music, that is, an underlying problem. You get it because we're underground.
Yeah, there's a lot of digging involved.
I forgot to mention back in Plague Knight stage, we missed the relic, and the relic for the Explodatorium is the alchemy coin, which is a relic that is lightly tossed and moves along the ground, turning small enemies, such as rat sploders and blorbs, into gold. The coin bounces off armoured enemies, and will bounce back when struck with shovel blade. I am kind of glad I missed it, because it's not that great. I tested it out, meh, whatever.
I wasn't really a big fan of the alchemy coin. I think I bought that, last. I just didn't even fucking bother. It's not worth it. You got the Chaos Sphere. That's kind of your good bouncy weapon.
And again, if you miss any, and you complete the stage, just go back and see Chester. He'll sell you it, but at a profit, of course. Anyway, shall I talk a little bit about Mole Knight?
You may.
Alright, let me scroll down here. Mole Knight. The shovel may rule the confines of man-made gardens, but in the wild, the titan of tunneling is the mole. Mole Knight embraces this truth wholeheartedly. With his modified, drop-forged armoured claws, he mockingly tears through the earth with brute strength. Mole Knight calls the subterranean Lost City his home, an ancient, abandoned metropolis. Shovel Knight must pass through the Lost City, but chances are slim he won't be challenged to see who is the true master of digging. Pros: great eyesight, shrewd, high endurance. Cons: obsessive personality, gets sweaty in armour.
I noticed you say one of the pros is that he has good eyesight, and he's a Mole Knight.
Yeah,
that's funny. I like that.
That's what we call a subversion, kids. We come to the explosive blocks portion of the level. This is going to kick your ass if you're not careful. And I think I have on my notes here, beware the explosive blocks later in the level. Knights who are reckless and don't plan ahead will soon find themselves taking a lava bath.
I'm trying to figure out what of this you're reading off of your notes and what you got from the wiki, because when you're reading, the boss bios, I always think you wrote those, and I know that's not true, because you can't be that articulate, but still.
I could say so many things right now, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I just realized I'm not exactly the best example for that kind of thing.
I don't spec very well, okay? No, but all the music trivia, the official bios are taken directly from the Shovel Knight wiki. Great source of information. This bit in particular is going to teach you to plan ahead. Don't just shovel drop. I would recommend shovel drop cancelling, which is just swinging your shovel when you're in the middle of a drop. Get used to that.
Did you just come up with an original technique? The thing you want to put on the internet? Use my shovel drop cancelling technique if you want to really get a really good run on this stage.
It just reminds me of spin dash cancelling. I don't know, it makes me laugh.
It reminds me of all those terrible cancelling things they want you to do in Smash Brothers. Flick the control pad while using the jump button on the R button in order to do a weird jump cancel. I'm sitting there going, can I play the fucking game, thanks?
Please.
And Dust Knuckles are okay. There's a weapon later on that lets you do aerial movement a lot better. I didn't use these that much, except for the required stage for them, obviously.
I use them for environmental puzzles, not so much for taking down enemies. If I'm having trouble, I'll bust out the phase lock and take the coward's way out.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, the fucking bass line in this track is great.
I do love, how you were mentioning this kind of takes place in a subterranean city. It's a good additional backdrop to the typical lava level kind of thing.
Yeah. Really? Do you need commentary? Just sit here and listen to the music. Also, if you want to listen to it without commentary, as usual, youtube.com/Hellfire Playthroughs, that is our non-com channel.
Yes, that's pretty good, and I think it's a great alternative that more channels should do. I'll just dig for some slime here.
Sometimes it takes a while. I don't know why. Maybe it's random.
Well, that's how fishing works. I mean, you gotta be patient. Oh, wow, I didn't know you could do that.
When lava drops on those guys, I think they're called blorbs, but feel free to correct me in the comments. When lava drops on them, they become like fiery blorbs or whatever.
There's another interesting gimmick of this area where you can drop these slimes onto lava and turn them into bouncy gel things, okay?
Fantasy world.
Now, okay, that's just going to be your callback for everything, you know, here, oh, it's a fantasy world, we can do whatever we want. Hey, why is the economy so terrible? Well, clearly, because it's a fantasy world, duh.
Man, I can't wait to take on Obama Night, that's gonna be rad.
That's going to be pretty great, yeah, I have to agree, although, we'll probably have to deal with Trump Night, and I love it because, you know, Trump is another word for fart, so that's his weapon.
I can't believe I was actually gonna say the same thing. Man, I've been hanging around you for far too long.
Well, it's either me or other people, so this way you get the best of both worlds, I think.
Alright, let's handle that.
Okay, Shovel Knight, you're clearly having too much fun. We're on a mission, can you focus?
Oh, this bit in particular will fuck you over if you don't plan ahead.
Yeah, this one isn't too bad. I just, you know, jump over and then I hit the blocks and I let the guy follow his death like you did here.
You sacrifice a little bit of treasure, but whatever, really.
Now, the first version of this guy wasn't really that hard, but now you gotta kind of figure out how to do this well with the lava in the way.
I think there's just enough room that you can, like, shovel drop, like, bounce on him without having to deal with the fireballs, but I'm just gonna snipe him from a distance.
That's what I typically do.
Ow.
Well, there's food, it works.
Well, that treasure is gonna disappear. Oh well.
You didn't plan ahead like you keep advocating. Oh, you should plan ahead. I thought you did takes of this.
I'm gonna turn in my shovel after this.
You know, turn in your shovels all beaten up and bruised. Hey, I did a lot of retakes. Damn, feels good to get all that fucking money.
Feels good to break through the blocks as well, and there is a relic stage revolving around the dust knuckles. Actually, I don't think I read the proper thing for that. Allows the player to punch through dirt blocks and enemies in quick succession.
What are you doing? No! Why did you break the checkpoint, you fool?
Because money! Yes, if you break certain checkpoints, some of them are like invincible, you know, they have wings surrounding the orb, but you can break checkpoints, but it's kind of like a calculated risk. Like, if you choose to break the checkpoint and take the money, when you die, you'll go back to the checkpoint before the one you broke. And if you broke all of them, I don't know. I would imagine there's at least one, like, properly invincible one in each stage, so you can't properly fuck yourself over.
Well, I know in hard mode of this game, you know, like New Game Plus or whatever, they do give you less checkpoints to begin with, so you definitely want to be careful about that kind of thing. But if you're really confident about your skill in this game, like, this is a great way to make money really fast.
And here we go, boss time.
I like how they have the armor molded around his presumed fat.
Yeah, he is quite corpulent.
You say this and you've got giant claws on your arms, you know that, right?
Big, meaty claws.
Well, this can't be a rusty trinket, I have to jump on it all day.
He's surprisingly agile for such a big guy. Look at this, he's just flying everywhere.
That's true. I mean, the dude is booking a lot more than you'd expect. Also, he has these nasty ground shock attack you gotta watch out for.
I would recommend following him and get into the same corner and just, like, shovel drop again and again. That's your best strategy here.
Another thing I recommend, when he's jumping back and forth between the walls, you want to use the Chaos Sphere, because often he'll just jump into that on his own multiple times.
Yep, Chaos Sphere, Chaos Orb, whatever. Call it whatever you like, it does the business. Like, here we go. This is the business right here.
Yeah, I never really predict this attack very well. You'd have to break through it otherwise, but you took a good route here, I think. Save our master.
And he is destroyed by his own namesake.
I wonder how many moles they need to lift his fat ass.
Well, 20 at least. Sorry, I had to do a little bit of rough calculation there.
Yeah, you know, just calculate the average carrying capacity of a mole and multiply that.
I've come to like Mole Knight quite a bit, actually. I think he's one of my favourites now. Maybe it's just like the whole fire, underground trope kind of thing. But I initially did not like The Lost City, but its music and level design, like the guy himself, eventually grew on me.
And Mole Knight's okay. He's not my favorite. There are others, but he's not bad. No, we're gonna get to you in time. I got other shit I need to take care of.
Yeah, we gotta go back to the village first and foremost.
Now you can actually go into the second village and take the catapult, and it'll throw you back to the first village automatically.
Yeah, I think it's like shortcut question mark.
Something like that, yeah. I'm glad that horseman came in.
Oh my god, they're twins!
There's more than one!
They're everywhere!
Well, I guess you have to reuse sprites every so often. Is he coming back, or is that a third horseman?
It's just the same one, he's on a route. Play me a tune, oh beautiful bard.
As long as I don't have to play him a tip.
Alright, what we're listening to here?
Change the radio channel. Do you think TV killed the Bard star?
Timely reference, Helldragon Exquisite. Again, really like this tune.
Well, it's a good tune, yeah. I'm not happy because you don't have a free meal ticket, so you don't have to pay me for my work.
Yeah, he's kind of a little bit testy over there. I don't know, I wanted to upgrade my magic a little bit. We'll get back to that guy, don't you worry.
Can eating a tin can extend your magic and your health? Because that seems to be like a good option.
Yes, but only if you're a go. I know, it's a very specific brand of magic.
Like, he can automatically tell when you have a meal ticket. It's like, oh, my paper sense is tingling. Somebody has an IOU1 food.
I can smell paper.
Well, maybe that's a key ingredient in some of his dishes. You know, paper la mache or something. It's a French dish. You know, it's like the joy of French cooking, but with paper.
I couldn't even tell what that was on the platter. It looked like an eel or something.
I guess Shovel Knight will eat anything you set in front of him.
Ha
Okay, I had to chuckle a little bit at that one.
I actually respond to all your jokes in that same manner. You just don't hear it because I mute my microphone. There it is, the alchemy coin we left behind at the Explodatorium.
Not interested. You bought it anyway for some reason, but okay.
I want all relics!
Well, fair enough, but you could have saved that for last, because nobody was ever going to use it. I don't think anybody seriously uses the alchemy coin.
Oh, feel free to prove Helldragon wrong, dear viewers.
Yeah, there's probably... I don't know how elitist the Shovel Knight playing community gets. Is it like Devil May Cry? You know, like, oh, well, I can S-rank Mole Knight, like, super fast. What's wrong with you?
Thankfully, these guys did not get in my way. Sometimes they did, and I had to edit around it, because, like I mentioned, I'm saving them for a later part.
Yeah, at my recommendation, I admit. This is actually an interesting combo of the Mole Knight and Spectre Knight stage gimmicks.
Yeah.
I don't know if they really do that this much. Like, this is like the only one I can really remember off the top of my head that just actively combines both kinds of gimmicks.
The Dynamo Gear is putting in work here.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I told you to buy it. See, I know what I'm doing, mostly, when it comes to this game.
Except when it comes to actually recording footage, of course.
Well, I don't exactly have equipment for that. I mean, how hard is it to record a modern 8-bit game? Apparently harder than you think.
The funny thing is, you may have noticed this by now, this is how it recorded the game for me, the Wii U version, like, you know, with this border. I tried cropping it, and it didn't really look all that great. I just wasn't happy with it, so I just decided to leave it as is.
Probably for the best. Then again, I'm not really sure if the Wii U is conducive to recording a lot of stuff to begin with. I mean, Nintendo isn't exactly on the ball when it comes to modern technologies, you know?
That has nothing to do with capture cards, you elitist asshole.
Well, shouldn't you think we insult Nintendo anyway for something?
I guess,
They've been a little bit complacent, don't you think? Let's put them back in their pace, the assholes. No, okay, well fine, I guess we will fight.
How do you collapse on top of a bottomless pit? That's not fair.
Well, clearly his sprite was overlapping it. Have you ever been a giant skeleton? I don't think so.
Well, there was this one time. I'd rather not talk about it.
Yeah, that was an awkward Halloween, wasn't it? I want to fight you guys right now.
Relic stage.
No, it's the fourth of the Horsemen.
Oh, if only I had the dust knuckles. If only. If only indeed, faithful horseman guy.
Do these guys show up at the plane stage and go, man, if only I had a shovel-based weapon, I'd be able to get through this stage? They're just stuck there forever.
I want something like that in King Knight's campaign.
If I only had a... What would you do with King Knight, now that I think about it?
Oh, if only I had morals.
Something like that. King Knight definitely does not have those, so I guess he's stuck.
Don't mind me, just gonna phase past these assholes before I fall in lava.
Nope, 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 nope.
Ah, gotta love those pink diamonds.
Now I'm just gonna sit here glowing irregularly with magic power.
Think ahead.
Yeah, so how did you find these stages? Just as a whole, you know, the extra get money stages. I would say the phase locking one is probably the hardest one I had to deal with.
I didn't do these at all in my initial run. They're okay once you get used to them. Stuff like this is obviously teaching you not to be like too shovel drop happy, you know, work on that shovel drop cancel.
Yeah, you're really gonna force that advanced technique of yours, aren't you?
Hey, I'm forming a brand deal here, cut me some slack.
Yeah, I gotta get represented on Game FAQs somehow.
Of course. Okay guys, it's time to take on the last member of the Order of No Quarter for this part of the map, Treasure Knight. See you next time.